Well, good day to you all, and welcome to the new homework video. We're going to be finding slope and rate of change. Our homework is from page 36, 1 through 23, odd, 21, 31, 33, 37, 41, and 46. I'm going to do two problems for you here that can set you up on finding slope. First problem is number 3. The directions say find the slope of the line passing through the given points. Then tell whether the line rises, falls, is horizontal, or is vertical. So for number 3, we have 2 points that our line is going through, 2, -4, and 4, -1. And we need to use the slope formula in order to find the slope. So let's write that down first. My slope formula is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what do all these things mean? y2, y1, x2, x1. Well, I can kind of label, all of my points come in xy pairs, and I can label them as x1, comma y1. This is my first xy pair. And x2, comma y2, which is my second xy pair. And then I just simply plug in the values into the slope formula. So let's go ahead and do that. So m, as we said in the class, stands for slope. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in my y2 is -1. I'm going to subtract my y1, which is -4. I put the parentheses around to notice that I have a negative and another negative. On the bottom, x2 minus x1, well, my x2 is 4. Whoops, let's 4, and my subtracting my x1, which is 2. So on the top, -1 minus -4. Well, minus -4 is really, adding the opposite, which becomes a plus. So -1 plus 4 would give me a positive 3 on the top. And on the bottom, I would have 4 minus 2, and that's 2. So now I've found my slope, and my slope is 3/2. The second part of the direction says, then tell whether the line rises, falls, is horizontal, or is vertical. Well, a line that rises has a positive slope, a line that falls has a negative slope, a line that is horizontal has a 0 slope, and a line that is vertical is undefined. In this case, I have a positive 3/2, so then I would say that my line rises. Okay, next problem I will do is number 21. 21 says, tell whether the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So I have line 1, it goes through 5, 8, and 7, 2, and line 2 goes through -7, -2, and -4, -1. In order to do this, I need to know about parallel, perpendicular, slopes, and what their properties are. Parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines, though, have opposite reciprocal slopes. So that's what I'm going to be looking for when I solve this problem. So I need to do the slope for each line separately. I want to change my color here because black is getting boring. Let's go purple. Okay. Line 1 over here, and line 2 over here. So for line 1, again, I'm going to use my slope formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And if I kind of label these, I have x1, y1, x2, and y2. So let's go ahead and plug it in for our slope in line 1. My y2 is 2. Subtract my y1, which is 8. My x2 is 7. My x1 is 5. Here I have 2 minus 8, that's negative 6. 7 minus 5, that's 2. And this can actually be simplified. Negative 6 over 2, well, that's just negative 3. Over here, we can find the slope of line 2 using the same formula. M equals y2 minus y1. Oops. Over x2 minus x1. And again, I can kind of label my points here. I have x1, y1, and x2, y2. So let's solve for slope on this side. My x2 for line 2 is negative 1 minus my y1, which is negative 2. On the bottom, my x2 is negative 4 minus my x1, which is negative 7. If I do my calculations, 1 minus a negative is really like plus here. So negative 1 plus 2 gives me a positive 1. And then down here I have negative minus minus, so that's really like plus. So negative 4 plus 7, that gives me a positive 3. So now what I need to do is I need to analyze my slopes. Over here I have a negative 3, and over here I have 1/3. I need to know, are they the same slope because they're parallel lines? Are they opposite reciprocal slopes because they're perpendicular? Or are they neither? They're just two lines intersecting. Remember, opposite means if I have a negative slope to be for one line, I have to have a positive slope for another line. So we're good there. We have negative 3 on this side. And we have a positive 1/3 on this side. Reciprocal means that if I think of something as a fraction, the numerator then becomes the denominator and vice versa. So here, if we think about this as being negative 3 over 1, then our reciprocal will be 1 over 3. So these are opposite reciprocal slopes. So I could say that these lines are perpendicular. If you have any additional questions, see me or Mr. Daniels, and I hope you have a great day.